Okay, we have the second to last video, and this time it's swimming, okay? Swimming, sometimes my favorite sport, sometimes my least favorite sport. The reason is that I'm talking about it this late. I think when I did my rankings, it was number 2 or 3. It's because how rewarding swimming can be. So, I'm very gifted. I'm a very good swimmer. I'm good at all these sports, okay? But I am a very, very amazing swimmer. And I'm not just saying that to brag. Like, I took swim lessons for 3 years, got to fish level, killed it, got my swimming bag for Boy Scouts, did swimming for 3 years in Special Olympics. That was a whole lot of fun. And so I already can FBI as a very, very good swimmer. And I even did the first 2 swim seasons at FBI. I did it in, January, February, March in 2020 before the school year canceled, because we were supposed to go to Tennessee for conference. That didn't end up happening, of course. And then we had like an 8-week period, and I did swimming that week 2, and so I swam in both swim seasons, and that sort of turned me away from swimming when I got to IFBI, because MHS or MMS, my public schools, from middle school and high school, did not have a swim team. So I'm like, oh, being on a swim team would be cool. Let's come here, let's do it. No, it turned me away because I was so good of a swimmer, and I had a bunch of newbies on the team. The coach once told me to go down to the deep end and float for a while because they had nothing for me to do. Or they would have me swim pointless laps for no reason. I get you need to build up your endurance, or there's always something you can work on. I'm not saying I'm the perfect swimmer, okay? If I was the perfect swimmer, I would have gotten first place. I did not. But it was just tiring being like, why the hell am I here if I'm just going to stand around and do nothing for half a practice? So I wasn't going to do any swimming. I'm like, no, I'm putting my foot down, no. Now, my coach, amazing guy, named Mr. Mansell, he cornered me about 3 different times to do IHSA, like a different from regular swim season. He asked me, why don't you want to do swimming? I told him what I just told you guys, how the coach told me to go down and float for a while, how I just swim pointless laps, how it's a lot of boring stuff. Like, okay, I'm going to be the coach, not the ever coach for the regular swim season. Things are going to change around here. And I'm like, you know what? Sure, I'll do it. I trust you. We'll see how this goes. I'll give it a shot. But this is Illinois High School Association. And there was 3 of us. I was the senior. We had Cameron the junior and Cavante the freshman. He always finds his way into these videos. So we start practicing. Okay, we start practicing. Cameron sort of bailed because of grades and whatever. So he's out of the picture. Actually, he's out of the picture a little bit later. But so we start practicing stuff. Also, I think he got COVID for just 2 weeks, yeah. We go to Illinois College for a couple swim meets. I remember swimming, and I got like 36 seconds, and the kid behind me got 37 and a half, and the kid was shocked that the blind kid beat him by a second and a half. That was crazy. I remember when I got back to the wall, because I was swimming a 50, they're like, hey, good job, and I'm like, and they're like, you got 36 seconds. I'm like, are you talking to me? They're like, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm like, oh, wow, bad. Okay, cool. So that was fun. We don't talk about the IC meet where I did a 50, and then they gave us a 10-minute break between a 50 and 100. Now, when I hate swimming, the 100. Oh, my Lord. That's 2 laps, completely exhausting. I was never a long-distance swimmer because, well, in swim lessons, they just sort of work on the skills and stuff like that. They don't really give you a set distance to swim. In the Special Olympic for 3 years, 25 meters. That is one time down, you're done. It is a sprint. It is so much fun. You swim down one time, you can jump out of the pool, get your towel, see you later. That is so much fun. But when you do and then I got that guy. I had to go from a 25 up to a 50, and then go from a 50 to 100. I am not up to 100. My swim time for a 50 somewhere around it's pretty consistent between 35 and 40 seconds. I think my fastest is like a 36, I think my fastest, and my slowest is ever like a 41, 44-ish, something like that. But no, somewhere between 35 and 40 where I pretty consistently sit for a 50. My 100 time jumps up to over 2 minutes. It is so slow. So I am not a 100 swimmer. So like they give us a 10-minute break between a 50 and a 100. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I swear I'm down one. I'm like, I'm out of this. Bye. Oh my. Okay, talk about IC meet. Okay, so we're gonna jump ahead to Suchnors in Edwardsville. I get nervous. I get so racked up. My nerves are all jumpy, all crazy. I'm shaking, vibrating. It's not from excitement. It's from fear, terror, sheer. It is from fear, terror, and sheer fear and terror. That's what I think we're trying to say 5 different times. But I remember we were in Edwardsville. It was Cameron Cavanta and I. We're hanging out, we're rocking with stuff. We're at the meet. I do my first event. I think I grab my towel. I fall asleep under the towel, cause just chilling. Cause I'm like I'm out of this. And then swim my second event. That was fun. Got first place in both of them because I had it to where I was only going against visually impaired swimmers. Got first place in that one. Cameron, unfortunately, he needed like 11 signatures and only 10 of them got signed. So we had to go against all the sighted kids. Now, his time was about 10 seconds faster than mine. I think about 8 seconds faster than mine. But he didn't move on because of how it worked out. I feel so bad for him. But also, I wouldn't have gotten first. So, I mean, I feel bad. But also, you know, it would have been at my own... falling on my own sword is the phrase? I don't know. I wouldn't have done as good if things would have worked out the way they were supposed to. So, you know. They didn't give us our award because apparently they were locked in a room. They were locked in a room, and no one had the key to that room. So that was fun. So then the people in Edwards were like, hey, we're going to bring them up to Chicago for sectional, for finals. Yeah, all Edwardsville got eliminated, so they didn't end up coming, so they had to mail them to us, but yeah, it was fun. And then state, that's what it's called, not state, not conference, state. For state, got 6th place out of 12, so in the top half for visually impaired all across Illinois. So, you know, pretty dang good. That was fun. Then the other one got 7th place in my 100 out of 10. It wasn't the worst showing in the world. I showed out. So that was cool. We got to go to Texas Roadhouse when we went to state. We got to go to this place called 54th Street Bar and Grill in Edwardsville when we finished sectionals. It was so much fun. And then, oh my God, I gotta tell this story. So after state, I'm feeling myself, feeling good, got Texas Roadhouse, swam, competed, got medals, rocking it, okay? Get back, because a couple of my friends and I planned to go to Applebee's. Apparently I did not get approved to go to Applebee's, because like, I was invited, but it never was like confirmed. Because they said they didn't know what time we were getting back. I got back like a good 3 hours before they went, so I was pretty disappointed I didn't get Applebee's. But my crush brought me back ice cream and a brownie, so that was worth it. And that's when I realized that, hey, I think I actually love this girl, because she wrote me a note, and I still have that. Okay, I don't currently have it with me. I get it. We have this shared box. I think she has it in the box with her. But she wrote me this note, and it was taped to my door. The most beautiful thing ever. And it like, my door decorated. It had streamers, it had balloons, and this note, it essentially said, proud of you, LT, knew you could do it. And like, you know your best friend for 9 years, and she writes you a note that was amazing. So that's when I'm like, yeah, I think I sort of like this girl more than a bestie. So so yeah, that's that story. So it all turned out great that weekend, even though I didn't get to go to Applebee's. Got ice cream. And a month later, almost to the day. Like she wrote this note on February 26th. We started dating March 27th, so almost a month later. It all worked out for me, so I can't complain. So yeah, that was swimming. I do not want to do this again. Well, I'm ineligible to do IHSA because I graduated. I am a 5th year. Hurrah! Unless they bend some kind of rules saying how I'm a 5th year senior and ineligible, I don't want to look forward to that. But onto the actual official swim team, I felt so screwed out of it because, well, half screwed out of it because they were doing this thing where so for as long as I've been that guy, they said the shortest distance you can swim is a 50. That's down and back, one lap in the pool. You can do 100, you can do 500, you can do 100 backstroke, you can do breaststroke, you can do butterfly, you can do relays. We never had enough people do a relay. So what we did this year, or they did this year, it was ISBI, they teamed up with the deaf school. So you take about, maybe there was 6. There was Sydney, Alyssa, Haley, Cavante. Was that it? Were there only 4 of them? Team up with the deaf school, and there was a good 10 to 15 of them for your combined swim team. And Caitlin was there too. That's 5 from ISBI. Unless I'm forgetting someone else. I don't think I am. But I felt so screwed out because they were swimming 15 meters. That's half. Half. Hi.
Don't say hi to me. I don't like your mom.
Okay. But swimming half of half. One time down, one length is 25. Yeah, basically swim half of that, 15. What the hell? I can do that. Or they were doing relays, and we never had enough people to do a relay. They were doing relays, I can do that. And they were swimming 25s and stuff like that. And Cameron and I are like, if we knew we could swim 15, we would have done it. And one of the staff members are like, no, the swim coach know how good you two are. He would have had you swimming 50 and 100s and 200s. And we're like, yeah, I guess you're right. But, I felt so screwed out of that. Oh, my Lord. But, yeah, I think that's essentially it. So, if they do the whole team-up thing, I'm not going to be getting a 15-meter. Oh, my Lord. That'd be a light work. Light work. But no, that wouldn't be fair. So, they have us swim the full distance that we usually swim. But I think that's essentially it for swimming. So, 6 sports down, 1 to go. The final one is goalball. Can't wait to talk about that. That's my mom coughing in the living room. You okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Okay, great. So, I'll see you guys in that video, the goalball video. See ya. Bye.